It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. It is Espresso right here on SABC3, and a happy Heritage Day to you. Thank you so much for spending your morning with us while we are in the kitchen making a very delicious Heritage Day meal. It is Malva pudding in a cup and milk tart ice cream. I know it sounds amazing, right? Angie Boyd is going to show us how. Angie, thank you so much for being here. Happy Heritage Day.
Yes, and to you too.
Oh, thank you so much. I am loving it because everything here is so South African. Hey, what are we making and what do we need to make it?
Right, we're doing a 2-in-1 because one is never enough.
Never.
So we're doing Malva pudding because everyone loves Malva pudding. And milk tart ice cream because everyone loves milk tart.
I love that.
Combine the two and it's a feast.
And it is a feast in your mouth.
So
okay, what are the ingredients?
Okay, let's start with the ice cream first because that needs to go into the freezer. So what we're going to do is have our egg yolks. I'm going to pop that into a bowl with a little bit of almond liqueur.
Yeah.
Because we love liqueur on this show. And some caster snow.
Now, I know that you're using caster snow because it's got a fine texture, and I know that it dissolves into cakes and puddings and ice creams really well.
It's perfect for baking because it is fine and it dissolves really nice and easily. So what we're essentially doing is whisking this up over a pot of boiling water. That sort of helps to pasteurize the eggs.
Yeah.
So we don't have raw egg in this. What we would do is whisk this up until it's really light and fluffy and sort of a ribbony texture. We don't have time to do that right now, so we'll just show you what we do next. When it's a lovely thick ribbony texture, we take it off and then we would stir it in or fold it into our whipped cream. And in the whipped cream, we've got some nutmeg and some cinnamon. So we've got all the elements of a milk tart with the flavors of a little bit of almond, the spices, the eggs, sort of like a custard. Then we pour that into a freezer-proof container, pop it into the freezer for at least 4 hours. So you can actually do it right now and it'll be ready by lunchtime.
Beautiful. Okay, so we're popping that in there. What happens next?
So once that's in the freezer, we're going to make our Malva pudding.
Lovely.
So what we've got, maybe we'll just get this thing down. I always fight with it.
I usually do it by hand when you get to these. There we go.
There we go. So we've got our eggs. We've got some more
How many eggs do we have in there?
Two, just two. It's actually quite a little bit of egg. Lots of caster snow.
With its fine texture.
Got to have lots of sugar on Heritage Day. I'm going to turn that on and just let it whisk up. Doesn't have to go for too long. Okay. And then we've got some milk, which I've heated on the stove.
Lovely.
And then we're just going to add our butter. Let that melt in there.
Nice.
And some jam. Gotta have jam in our Malva pudding.
Gotta have jam.
Everyone's got their own favorite recipe, but you know, this is a good one. It works for me.
I know.
And
this is actually one of Oprah's favorite puddings as well, because when she came to South Africa a couple of years ago, she fell in love with Malva pudding, and she took the recipe home with her as well.
Well, she should love it.
She
should
love it, I know.
There we go. And then what we're going to do is add a little bit of vinegar. And this is sort of a little bit gross because the milk will start to split, but don't stress or panic or what have you. It'll just look a little bit curdled. But what we do is add it anyway. So we're adding the hot liquid into the eggs. We add half of it. And then we're going to add our dry ingredients. So we've got flour. I'm just going to turn this down a little.
What I love about this is doing all the hard work for us. It's amazing.
We can just stand here. There we go. We've got some bicarb. We've got a pinch of salt. That's our dry ingredients. And then we just add half. We'd sift it in.
Lovely.
Add half.
If you've just joined us on your Feel Good Breakfast Show, we are making a delicious Malva pudding in a cup as well as milk tart ice cream. Now, the key word for this recipe is Selati. All you have to do is SMS it to 33728. We'll send you your shopping list and the link to the recipe, and you could be making this yourself.
And then we just add the rest of the milk and then the rest of the flour.
Lovely.
And that is our mixture. Give it a good whiz.
So once it's all mixed up, do we then transfer the mixture into the cups?
Then you just ladle a little bit into your any cup that can go in the oven. So as long as it's a good sturdy cup. And just make sure you don't fill it more than halfway because it actually rises quite a bit. And then you make the size that suits you. I like the smaller one. I'm sure Graham would prefer the bigger one.
Of course.
So we'll leave that for him. And then once our ice cream has set, we'll scoop it into balls. And then we just put a really nice scoop of this milk tart ice cream on top of our Malva. And then I've got some toasted coconut just to sort of resemble those biscuits that would be at the bottom of the milk tart.
That looks amazing. If you would like to see how we made this one more time, well, here you go.
For the sponge, whisk eggs and sugar until fluffy. Heat milk, butter and jam. Add the vinegar. Mix flour, bicarbonate of soda and salt. Alternatively, fold the liquids and the dries into the egg mixture. Half fill the mugs and bake until golden. For the sauce, place butter, sugar and milk into a pot and bring to boil. Pour over hot Malva pudding. For the ice cream, mix cream, cinnamon and nutmeg. Whip to firm peak. Whisk yolks, sugar and brandy to ribbon stage over a double boiler. Fold in the cream and pour into a freezer-proof container and freeze. For the coconut crunch, sprinkle the coconut over a baking tray and scatter the sugar and butter over. Bake until golden brown. For the full recipe, visit the Espresso Morning Show Facebook page or log on to expressoshow.com. You can also SMS the keyword Selati to 33728 to receive the shopping list on your phone. Click on the link provided to view the recipe. SMS cost R1.50, no free SMSs and T's and C's apply.
And that keyword, once again, is Selati. SMS it to 33728. We'll send you your shopping list and the link to the recipe. And you could be making these delicious Malva pudding in a cup and milk tart ice cream. Also, remember, if you are making cakes and puddings or ice creams, Caster Snow has got a really fine texture, so it would be the perfect one to use in that regard. Angie, you've been amazing. Thank you so
Thank
much
you.
for our Heritage Day meal.
Perfect. Enjoy.
Oh, guys, I'm bringing breakfast over.
The sweetness lingers longer with another delicious recipe brought to you by Selati.